Now, we are Team TalentLayer once again with our live streams. So today we are going to be having our Post-Mainnet strategy workshop. So thank you for joining us. This is very experimental. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're going to be just sort of taking you inside of what is usually a slightly more closed door to see how we handle processes and stuff. So we, of course, just launched on Mainnet 2 weeks ago and then did the public access opening last week. So going forward, we've got a lot of other cool stuff on the tentative roadmap. And really, this call is designed to help us figure out more of the specific concrete next steps that we need to take over the coming months and year even to get to our next phase of growth. So I will hand it over to Roma.
Yep, thank you, Kristen. Let's go. So the idea of the workshop is to focus first on the technical roadmap. We will be probably do another workshop for the marketing and more global objective of a project. So for the technical roadmap, the idea now that we have deployed on Mainnet the first version of the protocol is to focus on three main goals. So first, I would say it's the developer experience. So we want to make it as easy as possible for anyone to integrate. The second point will be like use case expansion. So the idea is to continue to improve the protocol with new use case, new feature. And then last point, I think it will be most around analytics, how we can make sure that we collect every data from the protocol to take the right decisions and also see how our new feature work and all this kind of stuff. So knowing that, we tried with Kirsten to put all the idea we have in mind for the next 6 months at least, and put it in a document. I will share it now. So the mirror document, I think you all have access of it. It's in the team mirror. So the idea of the workshop is to work in several steps. Step one, go make a tour together of all the tasks and all the feature we have in mind. And step two, having everyone completed this feature with others that you have in mind or ideas you got, just to discuss all together. And then when we have a complete list of feature, we will try to prioritize them and to rate and to add 2 indicators of every of them. The first one is impact, how the feature is impactful for the project, and the second one is the effort needed to develop it. Yep, I think there is a question. Oh, okay, great. Perfect. So let's start with that. So I divided in 3 different categories. The features, the first one is the core protocol. So is everything that is linked with a feature with modification or addition in the contract part. The second one is all around data. So mainly the graph, but globally how we manage data on-chain and off-chain. And the last one will be all around platform tooling. So like indie front-end improvements, tools for platforms, and everything's around. So mostly everything we can have in TalentLayer Labs. So let's review quickly all together the different feature we got in mind, and then I will let anyone like few minutes to put question on things, put comments, or start adding their new features. So on core protocol, we got several ones. So the first one is work on TalentLayer as an organization. So the idea, you can already do that today with a multisig. The idea is to go further with that and handling different level of repetition, and knowing that an organization is working on TalentLayer, but an organization is several groups, several individual people, but all also have a reputation inside the protocol. So it's all the features helping to doing that easily on the protocol level. The second one is about full-time. So this still need to be worked on how we can imagine full-time on TalentLayer, or how we can help having full-time recruitment on TalentLayer. Then there is a referral system for jobs. We need to then to have different kinds of payments, milestone, payment with streaming, like we did with some hackathon. A small feature to automatically trigger some release of the escrow with an oracle behind it. So it could be a pull request merge on GitHub or this kind of things. Recommendation system where you can recommend skills for someone and stuff like that. Fiverr Steals Jobs, it's another kind of service contract where the proposal and service workflow is a bit different than the one we got today. Same here with auction style jobs, it's another kind of service contract. Then we got dispute resolution and review. So having something like we have for the escrow, but for the review in case something bad happens, to be able to edit or remove potentially. And then an important one about globally content moderation on the protocol level. So our platform can designing a service, how the network itself can help to flag the content and flag stuff like that. It could be on the contract level, but also potentially on a middleware. Then on the data privacy, we got all around zkPO. So we are working on it now, but there is some stuff to do. So zero knowledge proof of work. We have also to work on privacy. So how we let a user choose if he wants to go public for some off-chain data. And then globally, we have to work on our off-chain data model to make it more compliant and more interoperable with the business of our first marketplaces integrated. And so on the platform tooling, we got several one too. So the first one is to create a DApp where a platform can, in a few clicks, generate this platform, like a fork of Indie with some configuration, with the minting of a platform and everything. So something really easy to make them independent from us to start coding and start developing a platform. Then continue our work on the platform and admin DApp. So this is let the platform handle all their configuration, seeing all analytics around, so the both of them. We have to start working of the middleware architecture. So here it will be something on top of the graph to allow more advanced filtering and features for platform. It's a bit linked also with content moderation. Step by step, we will have more and more tools and middlewares for marketplace. So the idea will be to create a marketplace to have all these tools easily searchable and findable for anyone. And maybe let's then anyone to come and deploy his plugin here. Advanced filtering tooling. So same here, it's just to give more power to the marketplace to do advanced stuff and show them how they can empower the graph or how they can build on top of it to use all our data. Account abstraction, I think the three last one, fee scoring and dispute resolution, and fee scoring and account abstraction. So the idea is to implement on Indie stuff to improve the user experience, especially to onboard Web2 people. So we already have a fee scoring system, but it's not integrated yet into Indie. So there is a work to do here to help the marketplace integrate this kind of feature. And of course, now that we have account abstraction, new EIP, there is some new stuff that we can search on and start to integrate. And at the end, the dispute resolution integration into Indy, that's quite important if we want having the whole workflow complete into Indy. So that's it. Now I let anyone time to put questions. So you can use the comments plugin to put question on top on an existing stickers, or you can also start adding your own stickers with ideas. So let's do like a first, I think 13 minutes could be good, for 15 minutes maybe. Let's go.
I just set a 15-minute timer.
Yeah, perfect.
Romain, when you say ask a question, it's kind of more technical question, organization question, like
it's just global question for you to understand what we mean behind the feature. So just make sure that you well understand what we want to build, and it will help you then to for the step 2 to know how important it is, and how hard it is to develop for you.
all right.
So right now we're just doing questions and then adding other ideas, right? We're not doing any like ratings, assessment of difficulty.
Yeah, just the two things here. Yeah.
I'll add you, Tom. 1 second. All right, check your email.
Okay.
I added your Gmail, so if you don't already have a Miro account, then you could make one. And if you already have one, then the link we just shared in the chat should help.
Yeah, I'm in. Thank you.
Mm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
Yes. So the idea next would be maybe just to go through the new task, the new stickers that was created, and just to be sure it's well understood by everyone. And then we can jump to the step 2. So I let the 20 last seconds. The chrono is paused. Good. So let's go through together just the new stickers. So we got escrow, segregation, and tokenization. I think it's basically the CAPA's model here. We got staffing.
Yeah. I was exactly thinking about Capaz, but I don't see it anywhere else, and I feel like escrow segregation especially is more important than other stuff here, in my opinion.
Okay, why that?
Well, because it increases security a lot.
Okay.
I mean, at least in my opinion, it can be, since we already kind of have the code, this shouldn't be like that much of an effort to integrate, probably. Maybe the tokenization part is not that, it's just a fancy thing on top. So it's not like super priority, but like segregation, in my opinion, it will be quite prioritized.
Okay, can be discussed. Yeah. Okay, clear for this one. What is staffing in consultancy?
That was me just thinking quickly. I thought that we actually haven't been at least explicitly talking a lot about this specific use case of staffing agencies, which are which can themselves be onboarded onto TalentLayer, but don't focus specifically on delivering any services, but rather delivering agents, which is their service, right? So it's not a marketplace or a platform marketplace. It's not that. It's people who recruit and on a staffing basis. Like, so it can be time limited consultancy projects, for example.
Okay. More clear. Then we got import linked in data. That's clear. Is there a question?
Yeah, I'm not sure I fully understand escrow segregation.
Escrow segregation is just the idea to not have all the funds in the same contract, but to split it when like we did with Capas, when you create a new instance of escrow for every transaction, basically.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Then we got deploying on more chain. Okay. Okay, display dispute information on profile. So here, like, if someone already got to dispute or statistic like that, yeah, that's interesting. Limit the proposal number on a 7-day frame. So you mean here?
Yeah,
Let
just
the yeah.
during 1 week, you can propose or receive a certain amount of service of a proposal of job, just to avoid spamming, maybe.
Yeah,
And to
this
be
should
for
be
the
the decision of the service of the buyer, basically, of the service owner. Because 7 days, like maybe it's too random. We can't take this kind of decisions in the
yeah,
protocol
sure.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the text area about field with all the classic text formatting. Yeah, that's good. Optional privacy for on-chain data. Yeah, I think this one is really linked to the privacy one that we got here.
Yeah,
Sysmo Connect.
yeah, like that was for off-chain data, but I was thinking that maybe also on-chain data. Like maybe someone wants to, I don't know, submit a proposal without letting everyone know that he's doing a proposal for that job. I don't even know if how will be possible, but just an idea that came to my mind.
Okay. Yeah, interesting to think about it.
It's kind of
Sysmo
weird that
Connect.
when you like submit a proposal for a job in like LinkedIn, no one knows except the guy who's making the
Yeah.
service.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Sysmo Connect. So Sysmo Connect has no much sense for us. We are more data provider for Sysmo, and then anyone can use it for Sysmo Connect. That's okay. It's a question, are we using proof of humanity module? We are displaying on the profile if someone is has proof of humanity or not. So that's basically the only things that you can do with proof of humanity. What do you mean here exactly?
Oh no, it was just to know first if it was merged and if we use it, and as Sysmo got a proof of humanity badge. Same question, do we use a proof of humanity badge?
So we use proof of humanity module directly. So I don't think there is need for the badge because the badge got delayed and got several problems. Like the user need to have Sysmo. So finally, the better and the easier at the end is to just use the proof of humanity module directly.
Yeah.
So that's done. Yeah. So maybe we can remove this one and it's done.
Sure.
Are you okay? Is there a question?
Yeah, what's your take on WorldCoin, like the kind of proof of humanity, like passport ID that they have, which uses zero knowledge proof. So it's not really like doxing like proof of humanity does, but I've never really experienced it. So if anyone has already experienced with that one.
Yeah, I think like it's said here, any kind of identity partner or something that help to gain trust between participants could be useful. And as we want to be interoperable with the maximum of these kind of things, integrating them could be interesting to check. Yeah, for sure. I didn't know it especially, but yeah.
Because I mean, especially for the first work experience, a lot of people are gonna be afraid of fake accounts and stuff, and something like this can be cool, even if it's hackable still. But I don't know. Proof of humanity is cool, but I have a bit of an issue with the way they display very personal stuff. Well, just an idea like that.
Okay. Yeah. I think we can add it maybe a year, because it's part of the same things. Add some educational content. What is knowledge layer?
I don't know.
What is the idea between educational content exactly?
No, I had we talk a lot about data. I don't know if it's our job, and maybe it's more the platform job. But are we talking about data privacy and stuff like that? It could be nice to have a partner, educational partner that directly provides some content, like be careful of your secret key and stuff like that. Like that, we don't need to create it. And I know someone called I think it's Mattia Pomeli is creating knowledge layer. So
I heard about him. Yeah.
I think we could have everything free for platform, educational content platform. Yeah, but it's just to some people are using there will some new in Web3 using our platform, our technology, and I think if they have some doubt before making action, we could add a small pop-up with a video. You're not sure about what you are doing, so just watch this, and like that you're aware about, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like you said, it's more for the platform to do that, but still we can provide them some specific content that we select, integrate them in Indie, and then it's up to them to use them or not. Okay. Church in conversation, yeah, that will be cool. Yeah. That's something important. All the document send management and everything. We talk about iExec for that, so yeah, we have to see how we can do it, but that's something we need to work for sure. Yeah, that would be cool also. Yeah, that's cool also for the documentation. Yeah, I will just read it in my mind. Have the possibility to pay in fiat. So we have some try with Monerium, so maybe that could be interesting. Have different way to notify the user, like mailing, reminder message. Yes, I think it's for now almost the work of the platform, because we will never send mail directly to end user. So it makes more sense for the platform to listen graph update, to listen event, and then trigger the emailing they want. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Have a way to block a user after a dispute. Oh, what that mean exactly?
I was thinking after a dispute, if someone gets really angry and he can still have access to the chat and just send every day or something, some insult and stuff like that, and you have no way to block the user. So
you mean here only on XMTP chat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to, after a dispute.
I don't know if there is other way. You could send some shitty NFT on the wallet address of the client, but I think maybe we could have a way to stop a conversation. Like, I don't want to receive any more message from this person.
I think XMTP will have probably this kind of feature, but yeah, still need to be integrated. But yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I think we go.
Even if XMTP doesn't have it, you can always filter on the platform.
Yeah, that's better if XMTP got it, because yeah, if then you go to another tools that use XMTP, you will have the spam, so it will make more sense to handle it on the protocol level here. Okay, really cool. Thank you for all the proposals. I think now we can start the step 2. So you just copy paste this small round here and you give the impact. You put the impact you think on each task. So how important for you think the task is, how benefit it will be for the protocol and for TalentLayer generally. And we do the effort in a second step. Welcome, Mitko.
Hey, Mitko.
Hey, hello. Oh, hello. Yeah, and I missed most of it, so sorry for that. Yeah,
Don't
there was
worry.
a dream for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so it's basically this will be the base for the product roadmap, right? So how the question probably is like how we're going to integrate the customer into this one. I mean, what is important for the customer versus what's important from our point of view, and what's has the most impact for customer versus what has most impact from our point of view.
Yeah, completely.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so I just like a top line thing. I haven't seen the details, so I don't know. I need to look at it. You know, it's like, if you remember when we discussed this last February, it's I'm more of a fan of output based planning. But maybe for the first, when we start, it's probably better to have it that way. So yeah, I'm open-minded. Like, for example, you know, starting from the top, like what's our objective with the strategy? What we want to achieve with it? Well, like, can we turn that into specific output? And then, sorry. Okay, and then like the next question is how we turn this outcome into like customer-based outcome, like you know, a business outcome, and then like we turn it like into a customer base. But then we can, I guess it's probably we can asynchronously have that discussion, because I honestly I can't. I need to kind of see all the bits. Now I'm just seeing that a few batches, because I missed most of the meeting. Okay. Yeah.
But Mitko, it would be interesting to hear your point of view of that, like with regards to user-centric design of requirements and of specification of what you want to build, because you obviously have this problem at the beginning of a startup where at the beginning you don't have any users basically, and the more you grow, the more you can catch users who can eventually express some kind of requirements that they want to have fulfilled. But right now there's like the user base is yet so young that they are trying to figure out the functionality that has already been developed. So it's like the development is a couple of steps ahead of the user base. So at some point when the solution or the usage will scale a bit, then it will obviously catch up to development and might even move ahead of it. So where people with expressing specifications or requirements specifically, like by submitting proposals. So what's your view on that, with like specifically in terms of startups where at the beginning there are no users?
We have like a couple of customers that have already either agreed or are have their platforms for life. So we have some people we can source ideas and like who can navigate our product discovery process. But guys, it seems that I don't have like access to Notion, TalentLayer Notion. It was cut. So can you give it back? Yeah. So I can see it. Give me a sec.
So we do have clients who
I can answer now. Sorry. Yeah.
So we do have businesses that want to integrate and have started building platforms that integrate with TalentLayer. But obviously they're not users themselves. Right. Which is inevitably where you have to start from eventually, if you take a user-centric approach to development.
But who is the end user in our case? Let me go back with the question. Is it like the end user in terms of who is minting IDs, or it's like the hiring platforms, or who is the end user? Yes, exactly. Yeah. So in that sense, we already have like, yeah. And again, very strangely, I have some access to some of the documents on Notion. I don't have access to other documents. I don't know why. I'm trying to open something, and I opened the file that you sent to me, that you shared, but like I can't open something else.
I think we are good just for the first step. So we can go then on the next step and start to estimate for you if you know how you think it will take time and how effort it will be to develop that. So you can use the new things and at the bottom and copy paste in the same way.
Yes. The document that we discussed in February, yeah. Let me just find it, and I'll post it in the chat. Oh yeah, I remember where it is now. Sorry, I'll find it now very quickly.
Romain, if we add nothing about the estimate effort, that means it's really easy. Like it could be really easy.
If it's really easy, you put the yellow one.
All right.
Yeah, so here it is. I opened it. It was on Miro, not on Notion. No, it's good. No, I haven't access. Yeah. So, for example, like back to your question, Kirsten, like our objectives are, could be like summarized in terms of a metric, like engagement or retention or customer satisfaction, whatever. And then we start the whole planning based on that business outcome that is framed within a certain metric, like having our first 3 customers continue with us, or being super happy with us, or something like that, and so forth, and so forth. So it's basically that's another way to frame that. But yeah, give me some time to look at your the process, so I can comment on it. for example, if we want to retain the customers, all this. Yeah. But like, I understand. I haven't gone through Notion. I just skimmed through it, so I need some time to go through it so I can comment. But the point is that then all these features that we have here, how they relate to that metric. Yeah, how exactly we connect, how we bridge them. And that's where I'm not sure I see at the moment. But again, I haven't checked the document, so I don't have the full view.
Yep. Yeah. Most building adjusting the contract, the smart contract, to be able to handle that kind of stuff first, and then having potentially a complete example working with GitHub because it's the first most common usage. Yeah, I think someone has to build it. If someone else do it, that's cool. It could be part of a module marketplace for sure. But still, we have some work to do on our side. So yeah. I think 2 minutes would be good for me at least.
Yeah, same.
Just a question. I'm going to the Notion, but I'm not sure which part is the one that we are discussing here, because there are a couple of phases, and which chapter 2? And then in terms of like call protocol, data and privacy, platform tooling, which are we going to also prioritize on that level? So you know, just thinking out loud here, would it be like most reasonable for us to think first on the protocol level to make sure that the protocol is set in stone, and then to be that the most important thing for us, or just missing something? Yes. Okay. 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 I went through the docs, and basically, like, the way I understand it, our main business outcome is to have more platforms building. It's not like about retention. That's how I see it. Am I right? Not sure I understand. It's like, maybe I didn't ask you the question right way. So, in terms of the main objective for this chapter, is it to retain the platforms that we are now either in development or are live, or it's to have other platforms being added to TalentLayer? Which one? Some more platforms. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, I think it's good for the second step. Does anyone have not finished yet? All good? Cool. So that's finished for the first workshop. So the idea now for me is to aggregate all of that. So for example, for the complexity that we have, if I see something that is quite easy and that brings a lot of value, of course, we will potentially try to develop it first. So it will completely help us to build the roadmap. So from that workshop, I will try to build then a first draft of our roadmap for the next 3 months, and maybe a big scale on the 6 months. And then we will share with everyone the roadmap. And yeah, same if there is question, or maybe we will do a small workshop on it. Yeah, we will continue to discuss about it. And I will start also to use the first main important point to complete the next sprint that will start on Thursday. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. Does anyone have any question on the next step for this workshop or anything linking to the roadmap?
All good.
Cool. Thank you, everyone, for your help, your ideas. And yeah, let's continue. Let's go. Yeah. Emile, where are your hair? I just realized.
I just woke up and then it was gone. What can you do, man?
I want to do like their show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite a relief. It's something I wanted to do for a very long time, but just never really got to. So it's actually the first time I have this short hair in my life. So it's yeah,
It
that's
suits you
something.
well.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, for sure. But it's a perfect
Especially in
spring.
Sweden.
Yeah, right. So you gotta layer up during the winter, and now it's time to do some spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
And thank you to everyone who joined on the live stream. Bye-bye.